Hello everybody, my name is Megan. If you're new to my channel, welcome back. Brief hold real quick. This is the most chaotic video I think I filmed in a very long time. I'm filming on my laptop, which is not normal for me. This is also not my regular place, so if you are new here, please give me a shot. Don't just write me off after this because this is gonna be a hot mess. But yeah, for anybody that's not new here, you would recognize this is probably not where I typically am. I'm actually visiting my boyfriend in South Carolina and realized this video needed to go up, but didn't want to film it before I left because there was like going to be a few days of overlap that I may have been using product. Yeah, and so here we are, and I actually filmed this on Saturday, so it could be up this morning. Today's Monday the 26th. It's supposed to be up this morning, earlier today. But that was a hot mess video. So we just said, you know what, we're going to try again on Monday. And so here I am trying again on Monday. So if you cannot tell the title of this video, this is going to be my first update for my No Pan Left Behind series. I am trying to go ahead and No Pan Left Behind style the Going Coconuts palette from ColourPop. If I hold it like this, oh, maybe we can kind of see. There we go. Going Coconuts from ColourPop. So yeah, this is not a pan that palette. This is a like usage-based project. I want to use every single color in this palette 30 times. I originally was like, you know what, I do my makeup about 20 times a month. That should be no problem. And then because I was like using my stuff so frequently, like the first like week I was like only reaching into this palette. I was like, I'm gonna like breeze through this. So I stopped using it. So I don't have great usage for this month, but that's okay because that means that I can actually push myself for the next 2 months. This project did start in August and is finishing at the end of November. So yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and get on into the progress. I do have my notebook right here and my palette here. So I will show you guys what the palette looks like as an overview, but I do also have pictures that I'm just going to throw up as a comparison because I think that'll be a little bit easier. So this is what, do I want to move this way? Yeah, let's move this way. This is what and also my camera is like mirror image. It's thrown me off. But anyway, this is what the palette looked like last month before I brought it in. And this is what we are looking like now. Again, not a ton of usage, but definitely there has been a little bit of usage in it. So going off from the beginning, this color right here, Shredded, I used it 7 times. This is just a very like nude tone color, like great for like an eyeshadow setting color or an eye base setting color. But yes, I've used that one in total 7 times. And then next that I have Palm Reader. I think I'm actually just going to post the pictures right here instead to make my life a little bit easier because I have taken like before and afters. So here is Palm Reader. I've used it 12 times in total. Palm Reader is a white based eyeshadow with like gold reflex in it. Very, very pretty. I like to use it as like a nice little inner corner highlight or like occasionally on the brow bone. Very pretty. I've used that one 12 times. Then I have Coolata, which is a cool tone, neutral depth, mid-depth. Okay, I always mess this up. It's a mid-depth, cool-toned brown. Again, it's called Coolata, and I used it 6 times in total over the last month. After that, I have Lovely Bunch, which is a slightly warmer but still like neutral undertone, mid-depth brown. And this one I used 11 times. So my top 2 uses on the month were from Palm Reader at 12 and then Lovely Bunch at 11. And then after that, I have Cocoa Crush, which is like a pink undertone, like almost like a bronze sort of a color, bronze brass. It actually reminds me of like copper before it's like tarnished at all. If you know what I'm talking about, like copper is like actually a bright, bright pink. It's very more like a coppery brass tone. So yeah, I have used this one 4 times. I do feel like I'm noticing more of a divot in this one though than other colors because when I do use it, I typically use my finger, and so my finger is going to cause more of a dip than a shader brush. But then I have Shell Ya, which Shell Ya is another like mid-depth, but this one's a very red toned brown. And I used Shell Ya a total of 3 times. It was one that I was a little bit scared to use, but I ended up really liking it. I threw it in my crease and it just looked really pretty. So Shell Ya. And then I have Get Kraken, which is a more like, it's a little bit deeper of a tone, but it's still fairly neutral brown with silver like reflex in it. Very, very pretty. It does kind of scare me to use because I don't want it to like leave silver all over my face, so I have to be careful when I use it. But I have used this one 3 times as well. And then there's Dakota, which is the bottom middle. This one is a deep color. We're getting into the 2 deep colors of the palette. And this one is like a pewter sort of undertone with like a bronzy reflect in it. Very, very pretty. I've used it one time though. And then Nutty is the last one, which is this deep matte brown. And again, it's called Nutty, and I've used it one time. So definitely, I think my more of focus colors for this next month, I want to make sure I'm getting more use on my bottom row, which is Get Crackin', Coco, and Nutty. I think Shell Yeah will kind of come organically, as well as Cocoa Crush. And other than that, I think I'm doing okay with the other 4 colors in the palette. Basically, I'm having this in this palette in this project for 3 months. So if I have 30 uses on everything as my goal, then basically if I use everything 10 times in a month, I'll get there. So I think those last ones are definitely going to use a little bit more because, you know, I've only used them 1, 2, and 3 times. But with that being said, I definitely think that's something that I can accomplish if I just kind of put my mind to it. So again, this is what the palette looks like right now. How does this work? There we go. Not super noticeable use, but I'm confident that I can get this up in the next month and a half to 2 months while I finish out this project and try to hit my goal of 30. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, I appreciate it. Thumbs up down below. Leave a comment if you feel inclined to do so. If you want to see more of me in the future, following this project, following my other projects, I do have a regular project pan that I'm killing it in. I have an update coming for that next week. And then I have a non-makeup project pan with an update coming in 2 weeks. I also have some inventory, some declutters, whatever it is that you're interested in. Go ahead and check it out. And if you want to, go ahead and subscribe down below as well. And with that being said, I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, wherever you are, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.